Let's play some Umineko. Also, another thing I wanted to talk about for Umineko was someone left a spoiler comment on YouTube for me. It wasn't, hopefully, a massive spoiler, but it really ticked me off. It was the day before, or maybe it was the day of my scheduled Umineko stream, like, last week. And so it, like, really made me depressed too, and I was like, oh man, I don't want to play Umineko. I saw that comment from that guy. And just, oh. It's like, the thing was like, they were doing it as like a, I gotcha. Yeah, you thought you were so cool. I gotcha. Here's the spoiler that you wouldn't know because you haven't gotten to that point in the game yet. As like a gotcha that you're wrong about this thing that you said. And I'm just like, if anyone here ever thinks to do that with games, like with spoilers and stuff, wait for the person to get to the spoiler and then remind them of the thing that they said before and be like, hey, you remember that thing you said before? Gotcha. Don't do that when they don't know it. That's like, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. Like the thing with like, it's not what I got spoiled by the way. I'm not gonna say what I got spoiled by for people that aren't spoilered on it. But it would be like if someone, when I did that whole segment with like George, with like the sign your paper sheet thing that we did because I kept canceling George. It would be like if someone came in and was like, George stole the Declaration of Independence or whatever. Like, I just said like a really out of left field thing for that. As like a gotcha. Huh. I don't know. God, that's annoying. Yeah. It's the worst thing too, because it was on YouTube. And I don't have mods on YouTube. So like, I didn't think people would spoiler me on YouTube of all things. And so I wasn't expecting it, and it just really made me be like, you know? George did what? We must arrest this menace immediately. Also, why isn't it detecting my game? Okay, there we go. Elio, don't spoil that he stole the Declaration of Independence. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you were gonna find that out in chapter like 57. I'm so sorry. Fine, that's it. I'm leaving after that massive spoiler. Yeah, honestly, that's my bad. I should have waited like 15 years for you to get to chapter 57. I'm sorry, Twy. People who spoiler deserve the electric chair. I agree, Adam. But yeah, enough with that out of the way. I just had to vent a little bit, cause I'm an imposter and all that about what happened with the Umineko spoiler. But let's play some Umineko. I swear to God, if George steals the Declaration of Independence, could you imagine if that was real? That would be so funny. Damn, I joined stream and then I immediately got spoiler. I'm sorry, SkyerCon. George is a wrangly little bastard. He broke into the White House and stole the Declaration of Independence. I knew I was onto something. He said he had no rights. Also, how does the game sound? Is it very low? Is it very high? Let me know. Also, we were playing on new images last time, so we're gonna play with the original images today. I've heard about it before. If you don't show her respect, you'll get cursed. And at least one servant actually did meet with an accident, right? Sounds okay, but quiet under my deafening screams. Okay. Should I increase it a bit? You can have mods on YouTube. I can? How do I do that? Kai's in Kingdom Hearts 3 because I suck at critical mode. Oh, ganbare, Adamello. Okay, how's it sound now? Oh, settings, community. I'm gonna add you to be a mod for me if that's okay, Barn. Well, actually, maybe I shouldn't, because people might comment for Danganronpa. I loved how goofy and kind George was. I trusted him. But he stole the Declaration of Independence. Yeah, truly America's worst enemy, honestly. They named him George after George Washington, but they didn't know what he was about to do to the American people. I don't know, that makes George based. You would take anything I said and be like, I don't know, Elio. That kind of gives him rights, Elio. You stole it out of love for Shannon. I will allow it. I'll allow which part of... That was the worst kind of spoiler I could have asked for. George Washing Machine. Damn it, why? Damn, I'm just spoiling Umineko for everyone today, I'm sorry. I'm definitely the person that knows everything that happens in Umineko. I definitely played past chapter 2, and this is definitely not a blind playthrough. For those of you that are coming in, this is a joke. This is a blind playthrough. Please do not spoil me. Yes. But it's true that some people believed more than others. I believe respect for that sort of thing shouldn't be forgotten, so I've never doubted that she exists. I also kind of met her and stuff, so, you know, I vaguely believed that a, shadowy being called the Golden Witch existed. And that witch, whose existence was so shadowy and obscure, actually showed herself and entered openly through the entrance hall. Is that what happened? I don't know. I don't know anything. When you brought her dinner, did you talk about anything? Haven't gotten there yet, Twi. Yeah, ScarCon hasn't gotten to chapter 57 yet. Estimated time of completion is like 100 million hours. No, nothing. Why are you lying, Shannon? Allowing to make me one of those hit moderators on YouTube's. Okay. I apologize if you see Danganronpa V3 spoilers. I see. Still, a witch that eats food somehow doesn't sound so realistic. Maybe, after all, it's just someone who knows about the witch legend on this island. Someone who's taking on Beatrice's name. George, we can't get married. I'm just furniture. Shannon, we can get married. I made a deal to get your independence in exchange for America's. Oh my god. That's why you stole the Declaration of Independence to give her bodily autonomy. I think you've probably come to respect Beatrice and think of her as something like a guardian god of the mansion. So, when a person appeared actually going by that name, maybe you were a little disturbed. George is based because he got the maid and you didn't, Bun. Welcome to the real world where the rich guy gets the girl. Why is the rich guy gotta get all the girls? I'm such a nice guy. Why don't any maids love me? I'm such a nice guy. I'm posting this on Reddit. Don't you guys agree that I'm such a nice guy? I wear a fedora. I'm so nice. I don't respect women's boundaries. I'm such a nice guy. That's right. See, she agrees I'm a nice guy. Stop. He's already dead. I guess that must be the case. George was slightly at a loss at what to do about Shannon's downcast appearance, so that's why we're in so much debt. Oh no, he's a nice guy and a Discord mod. I wish Shannon was my kitty. Wait, no. Kitten. They call them kittens, huh? I think kitty is cuter. But that's just because that's what I called my actual pet cat. Maybe not just Genji, but even the young servants had been ruthlessly questioned as to whether they knew anything about this Beatrice person. Thinking that, he tried to cheer her up somehow. Nice guy, SMH. That's it, I'm putting you in the microwave, Elio. No! I'm gonna get cancer! I'm a Capricorn! Surely, just like Maria and Jessica, Shannon was unable to fully hide the agitation caused by the sudden visit of this person calling herself the Golden Witch. I had to Thundercross split attack my friend. I'm back now. Good job! Thank God it wasn't me. Welcome back, Layla. He'd been so sure that was the case. 30 seconds on the slow spinning disc ought to teach you a lesson. I'm gonna explode! But George probably had no way of looking into Shannon's heart. I mean, he could. If you get like... if you get like a pair of incision, like, scalpels cut open in the area where her heart's at, then you can look into her heart then. Problem solved. Shannon was bitter and sad. The door to the Golden Land would be open. He could if he cut her open. I see we thought the same thing, Adamello. The witch had definitely told her that. That meant the demise of everything. Even if she accepted the ring from George, they would never be married now. No, in the first place. Did furniture like her even have the right to be married? It's scary how great minds think alike. It's a little scary how similar our minds can be sometimes, Adamo. Even if the witch hadn't come to signal their demise, wasn't their relationship fated to fail sooner or later? Had she turned her gaze to focus solely on those fun days spent with George, while purposefully closing her eyes to the sad reality? I do not see it. There's a witch going around? Yeah. She's very attractive. Would you love me if I was a lamp? Shannon, probably. What's wrong? You really haven't looked well for a while now. Sexy lamp? George-san. Hey, Elio, I have a question. Yeah? What does it mean to be engaged? It means to be in mortal combat with the other person, fighting each other until they tragically die in fisticuffs. Oh wait, are you talking about marriage? Huh? No, Barn, isn't that poorly written? That one leg lamp from A Christmas Story? It means making a promise to marry. But I think in that sense, it means the same thing as marriage. Why do you think Umineko is a... ね日本語を話します。頑張ります。海猫は、とってもいいの、ビジュアルノベルです。昔々は、私の大切なアニメは、ヒグラシです。とっても、普通じゃない。素晴らしいと、バナスしまった。 日暮らしが好きですから、いつも、海の子を、よ、読むを欲しいです。ですが、この物語は、とても、本物この物語は本物っぽいです。どんな、みんなはとても、真実信じられるみんなを信じられるですから、みんなは、柿って、柿。みんなが、信じられるように、書かれています。はい。でも、この物語は、魔法と、ホラーの、このワードは、ストーリービート。みんな英語を話しません。僕は英語の単語を使っていません。全然。英語をありません。です。日本語を話します。信じてください。この文は何日本です。しまった。さよなら。バヌ、ハス、くん。もしもし、サスです。おはよう、サス。おはよう。お母さんじゃなくて、ママお母さんは、変な、お母さんの声が変だ。ママ、おはようございます。ようこそ。はい。さよなら、まさか、信じられない。バンが亡くなったなんて信じられない。死んじゃった。みんな。望むをください。はい。さよならバンハス。祈ってください。頑張って。ありがとう。この文は何？It's been 5 minutes. I can finally talk in English. Elliot, can this be a video where it's just you speaking Japanese with subtitles? I feel like I had a lot less pausing today. My mind feels so clear. Thank you for the head pats, Jackie. Anyway, big rip to Barn. I was talking about how Barn died. I returned. The shadow people have taught me their ways. Behold. Oh, thank you for the head pats, Overtaker. I can't believe Barn came back from death. Damn. Biden Murasto! I'm not sure if you missed the meme due to needing to speak Japanese or if you saw it. Let me see. Barnhouse. I only know Nayale. Oh wait. All you have to do to answer this is say, Beatrice, okasama gomen. Okasama gomen. Okasama gomen. You're so right for that. Ie no ie. Oh, ie. Ban no ie. Ban no ie. But no, not the Beatrice one. Hi, how's everyone been doing? Because I've been mad sleepy. I feel you. I'm probably gonna go to sleep after this. Say good morning. Let me see. I think in that sense it means the same thing as marriage. What is this? Trade off. I received Shannon's freedom. You receive America's independence. Yeah, so this was the thing you missed, Jackie. I was talking about that one guy that spoiled me on YouTube, and I said, for example, it would be like when I brought up the George paper, and someone was like, "Oh, George actually steals the Declaration of Independence." And Twy built upon that by saying he stole the Declaration of Independence to give Shannon independence. I've also been very sleepy. I cannot sleep though, and as the cycle continues, that just be how it do be, huh? To be honest, I want to take you home as my wife right away. Slow down, mister. Right now, I'm in the middle of training. I'm still a long way from having the capacity to create my own castle. That's why I want to take you home with me, with my head held high. Okaeri-chai. Oh, what? How does he say it? I know it's like, I want to take you home. Okaeri-chai-ri. I forgot what she says in Higurashi. That's why I want to take you home with me with my head held high, only after I've become a full adult. I'm not talking about the distant future. I just want you to wait a short 3 years. But that doesn't mean I want to lie about my feelings for another 3 years. So basically you guys are saying that George is Nicolas Cage this whole time. Oh no! Was that why he wore that one shirt, that Tomi Take knockoff shirt? It kind of does look like something Nicolas Cage would wear. So, I decided to give you an engagement ring. The fuck, this man going faster than the singing and bus stop? That might be a shameful reason as a man. Yeah, slow down, dude. This is George's training arc. Always has been. Maybe it's shameful to get engaged because I want you to wait, since I can't support my work and a wife at the same time yet. I want to take you home as my wife right away. Every person you meet in an 18+ Discord server. This is why I don't join 18+ Discord servers. But I will definitely. I fucking know, right? George, y'all can barely manage to hold hands. Yeah, take your time, brother. Okaeri. See, alright. It is Okaeri, right? Okaeri chikaeri? Is that it? Let me see. Is that Okaeri chikaeri? Oh, omochikaeri. Omochikaeri. That's what she says. Thank you very much. Welcome home. What would you like first? Dinner? A bath? Me? I'd like dinner, actually. Sorry, I didn't make it. I understand that to you, George-san, an engagement ring means something different from one of many presents you give to a lover. Of course it's different. An engagement ring isn't a simple accessory. It's an oath between lovers, a noble promise left in the form of a ring. Ah, is it not playing Nippa? Nippa! I doesn't never play Nippa the first time. Always takes like 2 redeems to play Nippa. Don't get it. Where is it? But where's Dylan? Oh, Omochi Kaeri. What's Nippa? It's from Higurashi, which is partially related to Umineko. They're like different worlds, but also kind of connected. So, if we were to get married... There we go! There's the Nippa! If we were to get married right away, it'd be completely meaningless, right? Then it wouldn't be an engagement ring. Nipples? No, it's Nippa, not nipples! I'd give it to you as a wedding ring. Either way, I'd still be giving you a ring. So it's a sold sign. Like saying, this woman is mine, nobody touch her. Engagement ring is actually a reference to hit game Fire Emblem Engage, which created the concept of engaging with the spirits of heroes long past to gain their assistance in battle. In this essay, I mean, they do have engagement rings in Fire Emblem Engage. I think you're onto something there. Bot chat. Give me a second. Me. Oh, what did I do? Oops. Did I just do? Oh, is that the clip of Rika saying Nippa? Oh no. I'm too far up. Okay, where is it? Alright, chat. We're being a little silly today, aren't we? Hacha! Hacha! This woman is mine, nobody touch her. Why is Shannon looking Elio straight in the eyes while saying that line? Don't remind me! Why won't Shannon love me instead? I would do more than steal the Declaration of Independence for her. I would completely, like, take apart the government for her. Anyway. Next thing I know, someone's gonna redeem a random stab sound from Higurashi. Bring in the hatchet sound from Higurashi. I didn't do nothing. Elio has revealed the truth. He has 4 arms. The scoundrel has lied to us. Elio, you're thinking too small. I would steal multiple declarations of independences from multiple countries. Think some random guy stealing the Declaration of Independence is not enough to dismantle the government? This is why George is winning. God damn it. No, that's not what you gotta kill God at bare minimum for Shannon. I will do that. I do play enough Shin Megami Tensei to know how to do that. Yeah, I think I can handle that. That guy should be easy. Elio World Domination Arc. George knew that he was weak by nature. I'd steal Biden's pen out of his shirt pocket while he's wandering around. Not for Shannon, just because. You want to steal his pen so you can throw his pen at people and say Biden blast. When he'd been captivated by Shannon and had sworn to become an excellent man, he had also sworn to throw away that weak part of himself. You can't kill God unless you go to Silent Hill, though. I can go to a random hospital. So, even if he had to be blunt about it, he chose to answer a little roughly. I needed a pen and this man was just walking around with one. Perhaps. He was sure that doing so would bolster and reassure Shannon. Oh. Why'd the music stop? No. That may be true. Sayo. I'll make you my wife. Oh no. Oh. I need a drink. I won't give you to anyone else. Bitch! I'll make you mine alone. Shut up! So no one will lay a hand on you. Shut up! That's what this ring is. Will that hospital have a cool other world and sexy nurses? Exactly. Yes, it will. Without a doubt. If you go to the hospital, though, you'll be in Corpse Party 2 Dead Patient. But then again, Corpse Party 2 Dead Patient never got finished and is in development hell for eternity, so maybe I shouldn't go to the hospital. I'll give you to Elio, Shannon. It is the season of giving, after all. Spread the love. Thank you. Thank you very much, George-san. Hate this Disney-sounding music during this cutscene. I'm truly happy. Then, George-san, if it was decided by fate that this engagement ring, that this promise could never be fulfilled, would you still give it to me? Yeah, it would never be fulfilled because I'm stealing her from you. Dead Patient is kinda sucky. Also, we got an update a few months ago on Dead Patient. Oh, really? Shannon tried to ask that, but she swallowed her words. What is this? I did it all for you, Shannon! You take his face off of Nalia right now! He's a Keisuke looking ass! You take his face off of Nalia right now! Twy! This is an affront to God itself! Because George had already spoken the answer. Isn't it out as of like 2019? Only one chapter. George had said it. Yeah, only beta chapter 1. They apparently went and rewrote stuff and changed the art direction to be closer to blood covered. Huh. He had said that to him. An engagement ring was infinitely similar to a wedding ring. Steam lied to me. Therefore, accepting George's ring had a significance far more sacred than a promise to marry. Pressing X because they're all gonna die anyway, so good luck with that, George. So, I'll stop calling this an engagement ring. From now on, this isn't an engagement. Thank God, you guys aren't going out anymore, right? It's a wedding ring. No! Stop playing the wedding-ass music. Turn this shit off. New menu's art gives off 80s horror vibes. Looks close to something from the Exorcist movie poster. Huh. Is that really okay? Is it okay to, just proclaim that we're married? Without even God's blessing? You guys didn't get God's blessing because I killed God. Yeah. It's enough to tell God, Father, and Mother about it afterwards. No. It's not okay. We'll tell them all that we've been married. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. I'm gonna lie to you though. The gameplay I see just makes it seem like a mod for Pokemon Black and White. It's a very DS looking game. Or if it's like Black and White, then that means it's a good game. No one will be able to undo it. I need to grind on Pokemon. Yeah, isn't like the new DLC update like with a lot of black and white references? I want Scarlet and Violet so bad. If N appears in the DLC, I will go feral. George-san? I'm not saying this because of a momentary emotion. It's not just looking at how you are now. I'm looking at the you of tomorrow of the next day. I have no idea if N appears in the DLC, but if he does, I will go crazy. I will buy Scarlet and Violet if N appears in it. I'm even gazing at you, as you'll be in old age in the future as I say this. You guys are gonna like die in like one day. Good luck on that. You're always talking about that, George-san. About how you want to enjoy your old age slowly, surrounded by healthy children and grandchildren. Slow the fuck down, my guy. Yeah. At that time, an older you will be beside me. And then our age gap won't be so weird. This is what I expect. No, what I foresee. It's okay, I gave them permission. What if they resurrect God? It's not that hard. You just need to swallow the fetus. I'll keep Heather away from them. Yes. Because that day will surely come. Well, the BGM is basically black and white remixes, apparently. Ooh. Is emotion in it. Because that's my favorite black and white song. Will it surely come? Slowly. This bastard be hitting the skip button and speedrunning that shit, yeah. Is GDQ who? Yes. Surely. Here's the permission. I'll just kill God again if he objects. What is this? They can get married. Barn. No! I'm gonna cross this out. Definitely. And this ring proves it without words. I probably wouldn't count on it since the new update solely takes place in an isolated school, though I don't know about the event that's coming apparently. Ah, dang. I know, right? He needs to chill. Seriously. You're making all these promises, dude. Are you sure you can keep them? Because I'll definitely try and get in the way of that. Please, show me. Huh? Here it is! George, thinking he was being told to show her the ring, hurriedly took out the ring box. Even though he had practiced so much, he hadn't been able to do it cool. But Shannon wasn't looking at that. In her straight and direct gaze were vague tears and a smile. She focused her eyes on George's eyes. No, on something she could see beyond his eyes. Please, show me that future. As much as I make fun of this, this is actually a really sad moment, because Shannon believes that it's not possible. Yeah. I'll show you. Surely. Oh, you're gonna make it worse for her when you die, dude. By saying that. I promise it. And not just until old age. After we die, too. Well... well, you better keep on with that promise, because that's happening in a day. Even when we become spirits, we'll always be together. Shannon wiped away her tears and took the ring box. After the events of this game, George was laid off and their marriage strained. They eventually divorced, with Shannon going on a journey to discover who she is outside of George Ushidomiya. George ended up working at 7-Eleven and only had limited contact with Battler. He and Shannon never spoke again. Now that's my kind of ending. Inside was a diamond ring, worthy of blessing the two of them. You mean when she dies, Elia? When they both die, how about that? George said the line that he'd practiced over and over again inside his head. Gonna make it worse for her when you die. How inconsiderate of him. Also, you're assuming the same people die in both worlds, but I feel like the deaths might be different. Well, the order will probably be different, but I think, like, did everyone die last time? I think everyone died last time, right? So I'm assuming everyone's gonna die this time too, but in a different order. I want you to put this ring on whatever finger you like, and have that be your answer. So, by tomorrow morning... Dang, they don't have emotion in the game, boo. Ah! God dang it. It's like the best black and white song, how could they? Shannon smiled, took the ring, and with a completely natural movement, put it on the ring finger on her left hand. It really had looked like such a natural, ordinary movement. And for a while, George was stunned. This is my answer. George-san? 0 out of 10, terrible DLC. Shannon. Yes and no. Yes and mayhaps. Certain people died according to certain verses of the riddle, though, yeah. But then it was like everyone dies at the end anyway. But like some of them go to the Golden Land, so I guess they technically didn't die. I don't know. No. Sayo. Even when we become spirits, we'll always be together. Well, that's definitely gonna happen soon. George-san. There was no blessing from God, no pastor to witness, nothing. But the two who were married proclaimed it. Ooh. Tomorrow morning, brother, calm yourself. 2 souls were joined here today. The 4 cousins went to the Golden Land, so they died in a way, but at the same time, we haven't seen them die. We don't exactly know what going to the Golden Land entails. Yeah. I assume that's what made Battler be able to be in the chess game, but then again, we haven't really seen, like, the other people that got into the Golden Land in that conversation. We did see them in the bonus room stuff, and it continued that continuity, but I don't know. We're on chapter 2 anyway, so we're still way too early, I bet. You're just watching this from the walls. This is totally going in my cringe compilation. You know what? Beatrice is based, actually. Thank you for tearing these 2 lovers apart, Beatrice. I appreciate you. Nesson, you're a fool. Is that so? Even though you're furniture. Even though you're furniture. I'm not furniture. Not anymore. Elio went full circle from I'm a nice guy earlier. Now he's saying you're both going to die, so he's turned into an incel. Because aren't nice guys incels anyway? Liar! I'm telling the truth, Kanon. Why are you fooling yourself? I better not change people. We don't want Kraus entering the Golden Land. Can you imagine if he got into the Golden Land? What would he even do? Ah, yes, I can make a fine business here in the Golden Land. Never too early to speculate. True. Beatrice could tear me apart. Yeah, and I bet you want to lick her shoes, too. Even though you know you can never become human. Even though you know you can't become human unless you go to the Golden Land. Knowing that, why did you abandon the promise that would let you go there? Beatrice is Elliot's wingman. Oh, right. By accepting the ring, that promise with Beatrice-sama comes to nothing, doesn't it? I'm sorry. From now on, I, you, George-sama, the master, and everyone else are under the same conditions. Shannon is misunderstanding Kanon. He isn't saying your furniture. He's screaming in concern about your furniture. Shannon, you keep leaving it out in the rain, it's gonna get ruined. I bet the sky is blue. Like, thanks, Captain Obvious, Elliot. You're welcome. 13 people will be sacrificed. I bet you find forks in the kitchen. I do, in fact, find forks in the kitchen. Spoons, too. Maybe even a knife if I'm feeling adventurous. Only 5 people will be invited to the Golden Land. And you rejected one of those places yourself. That's odd. Did someone call me? I am somewhat blue, yes, Twy. Yeah, the sky is blue. Looks like you're the ones with regrets, Kanan-kun. You're the one with regrets, aren't you, Nissan? You got engaged, right? Even though you knew it was fate that would never be fulfilled. Yes. I promised that we would always be together for eternity. So, you know what? In that instant, our eternity was completed. The sky is blue in My Hero Academia, is it? Never watched My Hero Academia. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your lake. Yeah, enjoy your lake, Starfly! I was never in My Hero Academia barn. There's no sky in My Hero Academia? Even if we become sacrifices, it's already completed. So, it's okay. My Hero Academia Twitter keeps reminding me impossible. Wait, is there a thing in My Hero Academia where they're very concerned about the color of the sky? I have no idea what's going on in My Hero Academia. Kanon, you're the one who actually has regrets. Damn, why are Twitter people talking about me? I mean, you're the talk of the town, honestly, Sky. Everyone talks about you. Aleo lost to a rich boy. Of course, it's always the rich boys. It's never the poor boys. It's never the struggling to pay rent boys. When are we gonna win one? We're furniture, right? We'll be freed no matter the result. So, it doesn't matter whether we go to the Golden Land or not. And yet, you're set on going there. You want to become human no matter what, right? Why? Because I want to become human! I've had enough of being furniture! Why? I wanted to fall in love too! Tears were coming from Kanon's eyes. Girls love money. As they only go after rich men, then sleep with their hot friends. It's very simple. That sounds very incel-y. And he howled. I liked Milady. Oh no, he sounded like an incel. Milady? After seeing Milady that day, Tips Fedora, I started liking her even more. And when I heard that Milady also liked me, I was really happy. But I'm furniture, and I can't accept Milady's feelings. part of the manga they're at in the anime right now was very gritty and not a good time for anyone. It's a war. In the anime, it's the brightest blue sky imaginable. You're wrong. So what you got you? Maybe furniture. Is it because I fell in front of people? Kanon, kiss Jessica already. The poor guy is projecting. We may be less than human. People were talking about how the sky is falling for a bit one time. That sounds very incel-y. Elio incel towards George Lappy. Hey, I can cause it as I sees it. I know what I see because I am. But that doesn't mean that we aren't qualified to love. This really be the incel stream? I guess so. I thought that if these feelings would have never come to anything, I'd be better off not having them. I just decided that eventually I'd disappear. And that'd definitely hurt her. No. That's wrong! I was frightened. I was just afraid, thinking that any love that couldn't be eternal was best avoided. Even though their lives last only a few weeks, cicadas fall in love and then vanish. Sweet Higurashi reference. But you'll never find a cicada that refused to fall in love simply because it'd end in a few weeks. I tried holding it off for as long as I could, but it had to be run at some point. It seemed that Kanon was still muttering his regrets, but by now, it was all jumbled up with his sobs. That witch is I can't speak. That witch is detestable! Okay, DM'd a Unova ref compilation Scarlet Violet that you can watch in your own time later, but yeah, very little N references, sadly. Dang it, but thank you. I'll eat my crumbs and enjoy every little bit of it. Why did she plant these feelings in me? Imagine comparing your love to, is it cicadas? If only she hadn't pulled that bizarre prank, I wouldn't have paid Milady any notice. Beatrice-sama is detestable. Love is eternal, as George is indulging in— No! No! I ain't reading that, I refuse. To make you cry bitter tears, she played games with your fate. Me when I can't hold Lynn's hand, I feel you, Kanon. But I don't think things went as the witch expected. Back only to hear Gruntelio. Hello! After all, knowing love isn't a regret that ties you to life. It is the destination we're supposed to reach in our journey through life. Beatrice-sama is detestably cute, that is. I can't believe my witch is this cute! My love isn't like a cicada. It's more like rocks pelting your window at Mach 10 repeatedly forever. Beatrice is detestable, which is arguably the best part. Well now, Kanon. Speaking of Beatrice, here she is. That promise you worked so hard for has now come to nothing. Very well then. With this, the conditions for all of the pieces are the same. There are 18 pieces. 13 will be offered as sacrifices. Who will be the 5 survivors be? It's her, the blonde, at last. Mommy? Or else, will someone destroy this ceremony? Remember, eternal love only lasts a few minutes. Why does that sound so inzelly? Who? How? Beatrice, why are you saying this like you're the host of a reality TV show like Survivor? I mean, isn't she, essentially? This isn't a chess problem. It's a game on an equal footing. I won't be cornering you one-sidedly. You'll be able to frantically escape my advances and force a tie, an invalid match. At any rate, I doubt you can manage more than repeating that over and over. And it probably won't be that difficult for you. However, this invalid match will continue forever, until it eventually wears down your mind and kills it. She's looking right into the camera, too. Bruh, I'm trying to be a doomer. Stop making it sound incelly. Well, maybe you should stop making it sound incelly. If you want me to stop making it sound incelly. That is when you'll accept your defeat and surrender to me. She could be aware of Battler 1 and Beatrice 1. Or at least knowing there's a chance they're there, yeah. She's probably aware of everything. And like, I think there's like a difference, like there's like 2 Beatrices and Battlers. But since Beatrice is like the witch, she knows everything that's going on. And Battler can see like the game Battler, but he can't like, he can't like talk to him, and they kind of seem to have a connection in like memories, but only very faded, like crossover from the last fragment? I don't know. There's a reason I said it was a game on an equal footing. And that's because rules for my loss have also been established. Oh no, we stand a queen. There's nothing as boring as a game you can't lose, right? When the timelines merge, Beatrice will become Mecha Bito, growing 1,000 feet tall and destroying all by stepping on us all. Battler will still refuse that magic exists. I wouldn't say aware of everything. It's true. Beatrice 2 probably knows about Beatrice 1 in general, but might not know Beatrice 1 is looking. Maybe. As for how to defeat me, that would be the epitaph that stands as an offering to my portrait. Beatrice. Battler. It's both the way to open the door to the Golden Land and the key to destroying my ceremony. I'll try to complete the ceremony in accordance with the epitaph. You'll try to solve the riddle of the epitaph, destroy the ceremony, and overthrow me. Solve the riddle hidden in the epitaph, and expose the location of the vast sum of gold I gave Kingso. She may know everything, but does she know how many licks it takes to get to the chewy center of a Tootsie Pop? Does she know why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? 'Cause they're golden, just like her. What results will this game show us? I'm expecting a good fight, okay? Entertain me, Ushiromiya Battler! As for how to defeat me, you never know ICBM theory. ICBM theory, I'm now like certain that's gonna be brought up at some point. It feels like something they would go on a tangent, for real. I have no objections. Natsuri and I acknowledge it. Does she believe it's not butter? I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it, and I don't want to. But this is the truth, isn't it? Elio, you do realize it's a meme. It is? It's not real? I thought it was a theory and a meme. I thought it was a meme in the community, but that it was a real thing. Natsuhi. A chess meme. It can't be a thing in Umineko. The intercontinental ballistic missile opening is very modern. Damn it. Choose your words more carefully. She's this family's most honored guest. Talking about ICBM is just an average zero escape tangent conversation. This game seems to like going on zero escape tangent conversations a lot. I also acknowledge it. Can't argue back. Yes. I acknowledge it. I have absolutely no complaints. I can't believe you actually... You have my honest respect. Me too. Incredible. I generally respect you. So, I have to acknowledge it. No, you must succumb to butter! I acknowledge it too. I still can't believe it. Still, what can I do? It does. Umineko remake with an extra scene for intergalactic missile move. When? Right? They gotta put that in the Switch port. You've proven devils. Oh no, now they're gonna talk about the what the fuck was it called? The devil's proof? It's your victory. The devil's proof was once a convenient excuse you used to deal with unprovable facts. But now it's become your mortal enemy, has it not? Get a thing in DMs now, Elio. I have censored the potential spoilers. They will not hurt anyone anymore. Okay, what is this? Dude, shut up. Make me. Spoilers. Beatrice thinking about making out with Palette. Oh my god. Don't torture me, mighty witch. I've already acknowledged you. I resign. Kirie? Magic is real. Do you still have objections? Umineko, where everything is the same but Maria gets a Gundam. I must have everyone in agreement. If you alone will not acknowledge my existence. As the witch laughed boldly, the siblings started getting frantic. They were afraid of displeasing the witch. Devil's proof. It's like a thing where, like, it's kind of the whole thing where, like, if you can't find proof of something, like, it proves that it's like not real or whatever. But the devil's proof is like the fact that you haven't explored every single possibility means that you can't deny the probability of it actually being real. So it's like the devil's proof. Kirie lightly closed her eyes, and after keeping silent for a while, opened her mouth. So you mean Maria gets obsessed with Gundams and Power Rangers? AU, where Maria's just into tokusatsu instead of witches? Torture me, mighty witch. I've acknowledged you. My apologies. I resign. Only Kirie had faced the witch with stern eyes until the end. However, this had only resulted in her refusing to accept the truth for a short time. No, I mean an honest-to-God missile-shooting giant robot Beatrice is riding on its shoulder. The truth, the being that was before her eyes, couldn't be denied. Devils had already been proven. I also acknowledge it. You are Beatrice, the Yoshida family alchemist, and a user of great magic. Do you know this one girl named Plakta? I must acknowledge the fact that you are a witch. The being in front of her couldn't be denied, Battler. Nuh-uh! I just did witchcraft in front of you, Battler. Nuh-uh! There's no way they could have escaped from this room, Battler. Nuh-uh! Alchemy? Beatrice? Lust? Sorry, what? No, I'm not sorry. I can just see Twy right now, just imagining Beatrice and Ramazel in the same room. Twy, why are your inner demons fighting with you in front of me? Nuh-uh! Elio, are you trying to kill me? Perhaps? I mean, if you were to die by Ramazel and Beatrice's side, what a beautiful way to die, wouldn't it? If they were in the same room, I think we'd explode. Mommies? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I hope you're hydrating too. Ooh, we're getting cinematic visual novel sprite fade-ins. Let's go! Get this dude out of here. Get that ugly ass out of here. Yeah, that's the kind of old man I want to see. It's the oomph. Death by MILF, an honorable way to go. I need to be bopped because, don't ask. I don't know if I want to be enabling you, Twy. I don't know if I should be enabling that kind of activity. That kind of expectation. It's a little parasocial. But what the hell? I love beating the shit out of people. I'll take it. I don't know if I should be enabling you, says the one who brought it up in the first place. You misspelled topped. I need to be bopped. So Barn chose Snoo Snoo. Oh, the second day, October 5th, 1986. Are you ready for everyone to start dropping like flies again? What is that sound that always fills my ears? That's the sound of rain, dumbass. Is it the sound of the rain? Yes, dumbass. The sound of a waterfall. Or could it be radio static? If not, I want it to be the sound of blood flowing through my body. It's a little... I want it to be the sound of the blood circulating throughout me, telling me that I'm still alive. Oh, hey, it's Cross. Being very emo today, Cross. Aw, Beatrice has such a cute smile. She does. Oh, wait, did I say... What did I call him? Kinzo. Did I call him Cross? Kinzo. Is it morning? The light entering through a crack in the curtain was faint, but it at least told him that dawn had broken. Hello there. Oh, hi there, Marinette. Welcome. It's been a while. How's it going? Kinzo, still in the position he'd been when he woke up, still sitting in a chair and looking up at the ceiling, felt the blood slowly travel throughout his body. I love beating the shit out of people. Classic Helio moment. Judging by the clock, it was early morning, 6 o'clock on the dot. Murder party, let's go! Are we gonna have a corpse party too? No matter how tired he was, no matter how deeply he slept, he always woke up at exactly that time, as though he had measured it with an hourglass. That's gotta suck if you go to sleep at like 2 a.m. He didn't think of this as something to boast about, but he told himself that as long as he could still manage this, his health couldn't be that bad. I don't know, getting only like 4 hours of sleep can lead to some health complications, buddy. That sound is Elio crying because he lost to George again. Oi! Morning has come, which means Beatrice has a cute everything. Just saw the stream title and knew what I had to do. What is this? The smart kid wondering how he's losing. Me eating the pieces while he isn't looking. Yeah, this one's going on the stream. This one's gonna be in the corner, I think. Classic Umineko meme. I love that crying Battler sprite so much, and that fucking Beatrice sprite is so gremlin. I love it. It would appear I've avoided becoming one of the first sacrifices. Was I merely lucky when the roulette was spun? Or is this the fruit of my efforts? Huh. So true. How irritating that I cannot tell the difference, but I mustn't be bothered by such trivialities. Crying Battler is so perfect. And on that note, enjoy your lake, fine. Kinzo was struck by a faint desire to see beyond the study door. After all, he might find the traces of someone's vain struggle to break through the door. A sign that someone had tried to select him as one of the first 6 sacrifices. Humans are cheap creatures. Even though everything is ultimately decided by God, when humans are given good fortune, they arrogantly feel it was due to their own ability. I'm built different. I'm literally freaking demi-fiend. I am able to defeat God. That was why you wanted to check whether there was a wretched mark on the door. The very desire was human. And that was why Kinzo did not check. He often rejected desires that came to him because he was human. That'd be me waking up in the middle of the night, staying up for a couple hours playing on my phone, and then refusing to look at the time and telling myself to go back to sleep because I know it's probably like 6 a.m. By doing that, he could be immersed in the feeling of sufficiency, as though he himself had become a being that surpasses humans. I'm attacking you, Elliot. What did you do? What Elio wants George and Shannon to do? No! Not Thundercross foot attack! Yes! That's a good one! That's a really good one! Katana! Oh god! Tandagurasu Smith to attack! Things that a human would want to do. He resisted. This eccentricity and rebellious nature had surely given him a rare genius, making it possible for him to succeed in his exploits as he revived the Yoshida-Miya family in a single generation. Well then, Beatrice. What were the 6 pieces you took? And what will your next move be? To swallow another 2. Entertain me. My defense is perfect. I will not shame myself like last time. Like last time. So, does he have memories of the previous one where he died? I mean, I guess we technically never even proved that he was dead in the past timeline, right? Because we saw, like, his burnt foot, and we're like, yeah, Cross has, or not Cross, why do I keep missing? Kinzo has that thing with his foot, where it's got, like, what, like, four fingies? But, like, it's also apparently, like, a genetic thing with the Yoshida-Miya family, so it was, like, their way of being like, oh yeah, that's Kinzo. But it never was really proved, because his corpse was already burnt. The servants woke early. They had to open the curtains, prepare breakfast, and complete various other tasks to welcome the guests to a new day. Stop eating the pieces. That's not how the game works. Chess is what you make it to be. That's the best strategy you could ever do in a chess game. Godo was the most enthusiastic. Get his ass out of here. Look at his fucking nose. Looks like an onion. Stinky. During the family conference, he had been told to concentrate his efforts specifically on cooking. Yeah. He's just like his nose that looks like an onion. I want to cry whenever I see his ugly ass face. He'd been specially exempted from several tasks that servants normally must do. Goda, who was a show-off, seemed to be feeling particularly superior because of that. I've shamed myself in front of Beatrice a lot. Very willingly, might you add. He let Genji and the rest prepare the rest of the mansion, and worked on making breakfast in the kitchen. Do not slander my Gouda cheese. I think he's spoiled, Overtaker. I think he's growing mold. You might want to throw him out. Genji split the work with Shannon and Cannon, and they carried out various tasks. Oh shit, that means he's not dead today. Who the fuck died? If Gouda's alive, who did we lose? Whoever we lost was a loss because Gouda was prioritized over them. Okay, Shannon's still alive. Cool. So that means she's gonna die soon from the lovers thing. Shannon headed to the dining hall and knocked. Last year, the family conference had continued into the early hours of the morning. Let's go, Shannon. She made it to the second phase of the epitaph instead of dying on the very first phase. We stand a queen. It wouldn't have been odd if this year's conference had done the same. Considering the possibility that they were still having a discussion inside, she knocked. But there was no response, so she opened the door and said good morning. I respect a single slice of Gouda cheese way more than Gouda. Same! I actually quite like Gouda cheese, but I don't like Gouda. Good morning. I'll make a wild guess. Shannon survived because George will not go to the Golden Land. Oh, wouldn't that be spicy? That would be spicy. I want that to happen. I want that to happen. I'm praying for that to happen. That's spicy. Shannon and Cannon were tied to George and Jessica. Is anyone there? The room was cold and the conference seemed to have ended a long time before. Yeah, show me George's corpse, please. There was a tea set on the table from which they'd probably been drinking, arranged in a way that would make it easy to clean up. Cleaning up the tea was a servant's job. If the family members were extra generous and cleaned it up themselves, the servants would lose space. So, it was a truly pleasant act of kindness for the family to do only this much. As she approached the table to clean it, she noticed something like a memo that had been left near the utensils and cups. I'm trying to remember who all made it through to the Golden Land, because there was Battler, Shannon, Jessica, and George? Was it George? I think that was the floor that made it last loop. Since it was right next to the tea set, Shannon picked it up, naturally thinking it was a memo for the servant doing the cleaning. Written there was not a request, nor was it thanks for preparing the tea. There was just a single word. Shannon looked at it blankly and read it out loud. Chapel. The Huldgrans Cathedral. Someone's gonna fall into a coma. Get data dreamed. A small sound kept repeating over and over. Normally, that sound would have been too trivial to be worth caring about. The 4 young cousins, Shannon and Jessica, those 6. Okay. If only I could stop hearing it soon. I could go back to sleep right away, she thought vaguely. But no matter how much time passed, the sound did not end. Yes, let's go. Is she gonna find George's corpse? It repeated over and over. Shut up. You know, that would be a good parallel to the first chapter, because that was George discovering Shannon's dead body. Who is it? Banging on the door this whole time. As soon as she realized that, she woke up. Someone was knocking. Then she noticed that it wasn't just a knock, but a voice as well. Rosa-sama. Rosa-sama? Good morning. Elio gloating over the possibility of George being dead. I will take my wins. Wait. I'm coming now. When God gets mad that you got married without his presence being there. I consent. I consent. I do not. Don't you think you're forgetting someone? It has been Genji's voice. Looking at the clock, it wasn't even 7 o'clock yet. Elio deserves Shannon. Hot take. Thank you! It was clearly too early to wake the guests. Did something happen that was bad enough to cause this? You know, I always had this thought. I would be a murderer's, least favorite kill target. Because someone would come to me and he'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna get you dead. I'm gonna make you suffer so much. And then I'll be like, thanks, bud. That's what I've been wanting for, years now. I appreciate it a lot. And then they'll be like, I'm trying to make you suffer. And I'll be like, yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. It's what I've been wanting all my life. I can finally be at peace now. So I feel like if I was in this situation, Beatrice would be very upset with me. I just keep... You ever just, fantasize about weird things? I fantasize about someone coming at me with a knife and me being like, oh, thanks. Finally. Thank fucking God. And then they being like, ooh, I don't wanna cut this person up. She felt her sleepiness increasingly fade thanks to this premonition of misfortune. Elio did the meme. Though Genji was a servant, Rosa had known him since her childhood days. So, even though she was slightly defenseless in her pajamas, she opened the door a crack and answered. Wow, how dare you insult Shannon? That's a very bold assumption. Deprecating jokes save lives. Exactly. Good morning. That someone would decide to not commit murder just because the person is fine with it. I apologize for waking you this early. Did something happen? Pinocchio, I mean Elio, happy he's finally a real boy, the killer. What the fuck? I want you to suffer? Yes. Actually, at the chapel. Oh, we got some dead bodies in the church. Let's go. Genji whispered something into Rosa's ear. It just works if the person was trying to threaten you. That's true. But it's a good strategy, I think. For a second it seemed Rosa couldn't understand what she'd been told. Ah, has my time come? Free me from my mortal coil. Now what if the person wants to torture you but keep you alive as long as possible? Then I'll be like, thanks. I can finally feel as though my soul is being represented here. I appreciate it, bro. I've always wanted to be suffering. It's kind of my kink, bro. And then they'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And be like, what are you gonna do next? You gonna swallow me whole? Huh? What you gonna do? You gonna stab me? You gonna stab me through? After having it repeated several times, she realized that apparently something strange had happened. Rosa closed her door for a second, changed her clothes quickly, and followed Genji towards the mansion. Unless you get killed for making one deprecating joke too many. No matter what happens, I win. The murderer never wins. If he doesn't kill me, that means I win. But if he kills me, I win because I no longer have to live. The chapel requires some explanation. So if I was in this situation, I would be like, Beatrice, it doesn't matter whether you kill me or not. You're giving me exactly what I want. Kind of my kink. Beatrice, you can't defeat me. You're giving me exactly what I desire. It wasn't in the mansion, but in a grove behind it, a short walk's distance away. It had been built at the same time as the mansion. So, though its walls had been repaired many times, making it look new from the outside, it was a very old building. When the killer can't tell if you're making a move on them or you're just really weird. Yes. The answer is yes. Rosa dashed through the rain along with Genji. I mean, technically they were making a move on me, so only fair, right? Police. Oh, so the person just left you alone after you said you didn't want to survive? Yes, that's right. That was a very quick thinking, pretending to not be afraid of the threat. Pretending? Just like the previous night, the rain was falling in earnest. Turns the bun into a pie by putting them in a meat grinder. Well, they wanted to die, so I might as well make money with them. See, that's very forward thinking, Skyrecon. Finally, I can be useful in a capitalistic society. Beatrice is exactly what I decided. Elio may win, but chat will lose either way. Aww. Unless you want me to suffer. Shout out to someone if you hate watching me. I appreciate it, boo. Eventually, the chapel came into sight from beyond a thin grove. Just looking at it from the outside, it seemed a place of dazzling beauty where a pair of young lovers might want to get married. Ah, so human meat pie is awesome. Looks famous musical. However, Hinzo apparently viewed it as a very sacred place. I only want you to suffer emotionally from George, not physically. Thanks. An avocado, thanks. So Rosa and her siblings had been given strict instructions not to approach it unnecessarily. Even though they're all grown up now, approaching the chapel for any reason would still make them feel guilty. Did I hear grove? Also afraid, as if their father might get angry and hit them in the face. The servant silhouettes can be seen in front of the chapel's entrance. Bun, when you said now I can be useful, I had so many ideas pop into my head. Finally. Ah yes, finally. I can go out the way I've always been destined to go out. In a war dungeon. Goda, Shannon, and Cannon. I only hate watching due to the constant reminder that there are no puntable bunny boys IRL. If you look hard enough, maybe you can find me. I'm very tiny and very minuscule, so you gotta look very carefully. Which meant that all of the servants on the morning shift had gathered. Do you think Beatrice would like the Golden Girls? She would, because she's a Golden Girl herself. She's even a witch. She's like the Golden Witch. A short while ago, Genji had spoken to Rosa, telling her what the situation was. Beatrice would make Golden Girls, specifically, so she could be entertained by their suffering. However, without laying eyes on it directly, she definitely hadn't been able to understand. Help. That was not my thought process. That was really all you. There was absolutely no mention of board the whole stream. You know, country girls make do. It was probably the same for all the servants gathered here as well. Without seeing it with their own eyes, they wouldn't have been able to understand what was going on. There we go! We got a corpse symbol! On the door at the entrance to the chapel was something very large, drawn with a creepy, stringy paint that made one think of blood. Something like a creepy magic circle. One stream without Vor being referenced is all the people I ask. Maybe someday. Oh, what is this? Oh, damn, Rose is still alive. Well, we already knew she was still alive because she just woke up. But when was it drawn here? The servants looked at each other. Well, as a space bunny boy, you're probably the furthest thing from a country girl. Wait, is space urban or rural? Good question. We're kinda out in the middle of nowhere. But we also kinda contain the city life. Very multifaceted. Goda was the first to open his mouth. Space is futuristic. Damn it, Rosa. Murder party! Let's go! Wow, wow, wow. My apologies. We don't usually enter this building, so we don't know when it was made. Then, who was the first person to find it? It was me. When I went to the dining hall to clean up the tea set, I found a memo with chapel written on it. I'll be honest, my thought process was, what if the bun turned into something like a CPR doll or something of the sort? I was gonna say the Reese's Puff song, but maybe I shouldn't. Shannon held out the memo with the shaking hand. I mean, it depends on whether Elio lives in the middle of bumfuck nowhere or in a city. I live out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Whose handwriting is it? It isn't Nissan's or Nissan's. It's not a Subaru either. So after that, you came here and found this, right? And he is indeed a country boy. Yes. Rosasama, look at this. A space country boy. What? Happy Halloween for... What? Kanon pointed at a single line of English written below the creepy magic circle. Until it had been pointed out to her, she thought it was just another part of the magic circle. There, the following words are written in English. Happy Halloween for Maria! Yay! Maria gets to have a happy Halloween! Let's go! Thank you, Beatrice. Butler may outwit Beatrice, but can he outwit the heavenly principles? Happy Halloween for Maria. Reasons why I wish people were able to reach this scene for Halloween. Yeah, damn! Now it's just the nightmare before Christmas. This creeping magic circle. Yay! It's for Maria. Hooray! Murder party for Maria. Happy Halloween. That music change creeped me out. Yesterday, only one person had said Happy Halloween to Maria. You better say Happy Halloween to Maria. The key phrase matched. Where's the Golden Witch, Beatrice? Oh, what about Maria? She should be sleeping with her cousins, right? Oh no. The Oomphy better be safe. Did you check? My apologies. We just now realized that Maria-sama's name is written here. We still have not checked. Quickly. What are you doing? I'll go check on Maria and come back. Do not the Oomphy, you better not. She better be okay. She needs to celebrate her happy Halloween. Tell Cross Nissan and the rest too. Lol, small girl go bird to the Golden Land. Well, that means she's got to survive all of this to go to the Golden Land. After that, follow their instructions. Just saying that much, Rosa finally noticed that something was odd. Her own rank in this family conference was the lowest of the 4 siblings. So the other siblings are not reachable? Why had she been the only one called during an abnormal situation like this, when the other siblings hadn't been? It's just like what happened with Natsuki. It's almost like all the other siblings are dead. Even if Maria's name had popped up. Could it be... What? Yes. We tried to contact Cross-sama, but we couldn't find him. And Madame was not in her room. Judging by the condition of the sheets, she might not have returned to her bed at all last night. Rosa felt something creepy crawling slowly up her back. Did you check inside the chapel? No, not yet. We tried, but... Actually, the lock to the chapel is special, so the master key will not work. There is a single key that can open it, but that key is missing from the key box. Very inconvenient. Why you guys make like your whole buildings in this be like only this one key can access to this one thing? She didn't want to get closer to the door with the creepy magic circle if she could. Rosa readied herself and approached, then tried pushing and pulling the knob. Me when responsibility is thrusted upon me. I feel you, Rosa. Blame Kinzel for being so secretive. This dude played too many, like, murder mystery games. All she felt was the resistance of the sturdy lock. Probably reads like Agatha Christie. Like, non-stop. We searched to see if there was a window we could enter through, but... I think we'd have to break one of the windows if we wanted to check inside. What do you think? There's no way I can give you approval to do something like that. This is Father's precious chapel. At that time, the events of the previous day swirled around in the back of Rosa's mind. That's right. I met that witch in the rose garden. Didn't she hand Maria an envelope? These fuckers were expecting old school survival horror when making the house layout and keys, not a graphical novel murder mystery death game. Yeah, there's no mistake. She did hand it over. When Maria tried to open it, the witch told her not to do it yet, and then she surely said, "The time to open that will come soon." Rosa was sure. There could be no mistake. The envelope Maria had received was... From Beatrice. After dashing back to the guest house, Rosa approached the cousin's room while hiding her footsteps. Softly opened the door and peered inside. From the inside, she could hear the healthy snores typical of young people. There were 4 children, and Maria was there, sleeping soundly. After breathing a sigh of relief, she entered the room with quiet footsteps. And she was after Maria's handbag, which was resting on the sofa. Maria always liked carrying her treasures around with her. She was probably emulating how her mother always carried her makeup with her. Of course, she was just imitating her mother, so everything on the inside was junk. It ain't junk, it's her makeup! In Maria's case, it was full of small, creepy, occult items, notebooks describing things of that nature, and so on. Rosa had never been happy to see her daughter walking around with things like that, which weren't girlish at all. However, trying to force Maria to stop had resulted in a big fight, so she decided to let it be. Here. This is it. A western envelope with the crest of the gold eagle. When she took it out of the bag, she realized there was a heavy, vaguely cylindrical object inside. She could tell by its feel and its weight. Let Maria be a witch. Happy Halloween to Maria! There was no doubt. This was a key. So it's the key to the chapel. After turning around and checking that Maria was still sound asleep, Rosa tore open the envelope, and the contents spilled out into her palm. It was a key with an old and intricate design. This is really giving, like, the horror game, like, little stingers when you find items. I love it. Rosa gripped that key and dashed out. Battler seemed to have noticed that sound, but after grumbling and turning over in his sleep, he started snoring again. Damn. Guess he's not gonna see the corpses this time. Genji-san. Could this key be the key to the chapel? Where did you... Yes, this is the key to the chapel. Rosa approached the creepy magic circle once again, and put the key in the keyhole. There was a strong resistance. After it resisted for a short while, it stopped resisting with a clunk. Then, squeaking with a noise that hurt one's ears, it slowly began to open. Is anyone there? Her voice reverberated throughout the massive room. Of course, there was no answer. Who is it? Who's dead today? The chapel had a high ceiling, and the air was cold. And even on this rainy, unsettling day, it felt sacred for some reason. The servants timidly followed after Rosa. Rosa-sama, look at that. Kana noticed it immediately and pointed. Over there was the altar. In the place that would normally have a pastor preaching of God's love, there was a table that shouldn't have been there. At first, it looked like a dining table. There actually were gorgeous plates and utensils placed there, making it look like a child's birthday party or something. Happy birthday, Maria! Upon closer inspection, the surrounding area had been decorated with pumpkins and black and orange ribbons. It really is a happy Halloween party for Maria! Ooh, food, yummy! I wonder if there's a corpse there. Are we gonna eat a corpse for dinner? There are probably Halloween decorations. And there were people seated at the table. Oh, it's gonna be the corpses sat at the table. Oh, that's great. 3 people on each side facing each other, seated in chairs. I hope they got like their body parts like as like food on the table. That would be cool. They could be recognized at a glance. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Twy. And thank you for taking a moment. I'm probably gonna switch to BRB in a bit, but I want to see who's dead. I want to see who's dead first. Kraus and his wife, Ava, and her husband. And Rudolph and his wife. Ah, damn. Okay. So, Kraus and Natsuhi, Ava and Hideyoshi, and Rudolph and Kirie are dead. So all the adults are dead. Except for like the servants and Rosa. Ah, so George is alive. Disappointed I am. What the fuck? I guess they're gonna be the couple sacrifice. Ugh. Rip bozos. I'm so disappointed. If you wanted to be sure, you'd still have to go even closer and check. Because they seemed almost like dolls. Yeah, maybe one of them is just dressed up to look like someone. Maybe one of them is the corpse of George, dressed up like Hideyoshi. Rosa and the rest had opened the door, entered all at once with the sound of many footsteps, and called out, asking if anyone was there. And yet, there had been no reaction. Even if Rosa and the rest assumed they were being ignored, you'd still expect there to be some kind of reaction. And there hadn't even been that. So at first, I felt like someone had set down some dolls that greatly resembled those people. You know, that's odd. They just look like dolls, so it's way less gory than in World 1. Yeah. So there's gotta be like a twist to it, right? Or maybe it's suited to whoever is like whoever got drawn in the child lottery. Then again, Shannon was also not too damaged. Yeah. Shannon was the one that was the least damaged in World 1, but everyone was like really brutalized in that one. By now it wasn't just Rosa. Maybe I'm just overthinking, I guess? I'll have to see. Well, I guess they just see them from behind, so they just see them in their chairs. So they haven't gotten close to them yet, so they might be fucked up when they get closer. Shannon and Kanan, and even Goda, they were all fighting frantically with the creepy emotion that grasped their hearts. Let's see what's on the table. Someone's head on the table. Nissan? Nessan? As she walked towards the altar, she called out again, but there was still no reaction. Yes, by now, Rosa was sure of it. She was sure these weren't dolls, but the people themselves. This is... They grew close enough to see clearly what lay on the table. It still looked like an adorable banquet, reminiscent of a child's birthday party. Plates piled up with sweets, cute pitchers with drinks, all kinds of pumpkin-shaped ornaments. They were all decorated in a Halloween style. And, well, this probably wasn't the time to be thinking it. Maria would surely have been delighted to see all this. That was the state of the table they sat in front of, apparently asleep. It was an eerie scene, as though a small, fun-looking Halloween party had been stopped in time. They're all... sleeping? Huh? When she approached even closer to them, she realized that there were snacks scattered all over the floor. That looks like someone's, legs, though, to me. Candies, cookies, soda, and chocolates, all with heavily fantasy-themed packaging. They were all scattered across a carpet, covered with blackberry and cranberry jam. What? Rosa and the rest finally realized what the situation was. It was a Halloween party. Yeah, jam. Definitely jam. Yeah, definitely cranberry jam. Not blood. Ooh, what's this music? Sure, I believe it. A banquet for those not of this world. Cross, Natsuhi, Eva, Hideyoshi, Rudolph, and Kirie were seated in chairs, apparently asleep, but all dead. How could you tell that they were dead and not simply sleeping? That was because they'd been vertically sliced open, from their chests to their stomachs. Ooh! Oh my god, death rave, let's go! Guess they got the candy out of their stomachs. Cross-sama! How cool. What a cute murder party Beto held. Good job, Beto! You really outdid yourself with this party, Beto. Thank you. Maria will love this. And Rosa didn't even die. I mean, he could have maybe killed Rosa, but... The 6 of them had sat down at a Halloween party before having their stomachs split open, killing them. Then the jam covering the floor must be what overflowed from their stomachs once they'd stuffed themselves completely. Right? No! The contents of their stomachs had been scattered all over the floor. That's a bit more gory than I thought then. And that wasn't all. Out of their stomachs. It was almost as though they poured out. As though snacks had overflowed from there. Oh, shoot. Candies and cookies, soda and chocolates had poured out, stained with blood, and had scattered across the floor. Nice! Yummy jam! What could have happened to cause this? Someone said pour one out for the homies. It's almost as though their stomachs were stuffed full to bursting with sweets. They're like a piñata! Thank you, Beatrice, for preparing these piñatas. And it all poured out when their stomachs split open. Rosa remembered a certain shocking meal. A turkey that had been served at her own birthday. Oh! There could be someone's body part in there? I forgot that was a thing. It's all good. Sorry about that, if that flashed too fast for anyone. And it had been cut open with a knife. Out flowed one of her favorite foods. Yummy! Halloween stomach jam! Since she hadn't been told what was inside, the deep, deep red ketchup omelet rice poured out like bloody maggots. Pulsing, dripping, slimy, pulpy, squelching. So they decided to pour out the homies. Let's go. I returned from my 10-minute nap. How goes the stream? Bye, the Pope! Yeah, so Natsuhi is dead, Kraus is dead, Kirie's dead, Rudolph's dead, Ava's dead, Hideyoshi's dead. Welcome. The trauma of her youth was revived. Welcome to Bito's super cute murder party! Happy Halloween to Maria! Rosa felt a monster raging inside her stomach as the acid started to rise. Unable to hold back, she threw it all up on the floor. Hey, when you break, can you try and send the candy in this direction? SAO abridged Kirito. Her empty stomach had nothing but stomach acid. Hello, Elio. You are now on my laptop. Oh, hello. Welcome to the murder party, Layla. I hope you're ready to eat some chocolate covered in people's blood. The scene in front of her was no fun Halloween party now. Natsuhi, no. The 3 couples were enshrined right there, their stomachs vertically wrenched open with their so many snacks had been stuffed in there, pulpy, squishy. What the hell? She's quite outdone herself with this murder party, I would say. Blood and guts and sweets were overflowing onto the floor. Blood chocolate! Wonderful! Blood-stained, sticky, sloppy, pulpy, sweet snacks that made your fingers stick together. Gummy! Ugh! But stained with entrails, sloppy, pulpy! Gooey goobah! What was that I stepped on just now? That didn't feel like a candy or a cookie or soda or a chocolate. Ugh! I'm scared. What did I step on? I can't even look at the bottom of my foot! What a gruesome Halloween party. Hello, Chocolate Chapter 0. Blood, guts, and sweets. From far away, it looked truly beautiful, fantastical, and fun. Is this Maria describing stuff or Rosa? Rosa, because Maria is left inside the house, so she's asleep right now. But from up close, it was horrible, disgusting, and yet somehow still beautiful. Damn, this game is fucked up. It sure is. Rosa's wild thoughts tried as best as they could to escape her throat with a loud voice that was neither a scream nor a roar. Hello, Charlotte. My brain cannot communicate with my fingers. Oh, hello, Charlotte. I see. Cross-sama. This is horrible. Just horrible. Damn, Rosa sounds like a child. I think it's because she was relating to her past of like a birthday party. Call an ambulance! Call the police! Yeah, I don't think the ambulance is gonna help them right now, Coda. For Rosa, if only you weren't a terrible mother. Yoshi would compliment this greatly. Yeah, compliments to the chef, that's not Goda. Compliments to Beatrice. That's right, the police. I'm gonna put it to how she's half reliving a traumatic memory from when she was a kid. Police, 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 police! Or she would go feral for this. Yeah, this is great. If a word so tied to reality hadn't come out of Goda's mouth, Rosa and the rest would probably have found themselves unable to escape that nightmarish party even now. But it wasn't because they thought the police might be able to do something. Vito right now, probably. If they didn't keep yelling about the police, I felt as though another seat might be set up at this demon's party and given to them. Their own chests felt like they were expanding unpleasantly from the inside. Rumbling, churning. It was surely because candy was about to overflow from their stomachs. Rosa, once again tortured by a desire to vomit, threw her stomach acid up on the floor. Ito would pull some horse pish like this, wouldn't she? She sure did. And then she searched. Searched to see if there was any candy in it. Anyway. Rosa coughed violently again, forcefully spitting out the stomach acid that had been burning in her throat. She realized that by now, her whole body had been covered in a filthy sweat. Genji-san, Shannon-chan, please contact father and ask for instructions. Goda-san, go with Kanon-kun and call the police. Rosa, why are you looking for candy and vomit? That's not a particularly good place to look. She's kind of going through it right now. And have Dr. Nanjo come here. Why even bring Dr. Nanjo here? Yeah, they kinda... I think they're kinda past saving right now. It's a bit too late for medical care. The servants accepted their orders and dashed outside. After watching them leave, Rosa once again stared at her siblings, with whom she'd spent good times and bads, and their partners. Though there could be nothing more tragic than this scene, for some reason, she was tempted to describe these fantastical deaths as beautiful. I guess Rosa should consider herself lucky that she doesn't have a partner anymore. And you forget to buy candy for Halloween and you fear the trick. They aren't here. Alright. I think that is where we're gonna end. Let's take a look at our death screens though. So Ushidamiya Cross, his corpse was found in the chapel. The direct cause of death is unknown, but it seems his stomach was cut open and his intestines pulled out after his death. On top of that, sweets and candies were packed into his stomach. Welcome, Maria. Happy Halloween. Yeah, the face is still identifiable, so we're probably not having another situation like the previous chapter. Her corpse is found in the chapel. The direct cause of death is unknown, but it seems her stomach was cut open and her intestines pulled out after her death. Didn't I tell you? Stomachs are packed full of candy. Seems the intestines. Okay. Everyone has a stomach filled with sweet dreams. Stomach was cut open, intestines pulled out. Why would there be anything filthy inside someone's stomach? This is why we want to be as sweet and innocent as candy. And so I give you the land of dreams. Happy Halloween! Okay, let me see. Did her thing change? No. Let me see. Doesn't look like. Looks like it's just the people that died that got a change in their things. Also, I am curious how the new image looks for that. Let me see if that changes. Oh, okay. Their stomach gashes look a lot less extreme in this one. Don't think I like the new version images as much as I did the old one. Because these ones look a bit more brutal. Yeah, a lot of the faces were not in the first world. So I guess maybe she might be making it feel more fantastical by showing it like this. I don't know. The middle six are dead. Now the living are making a U for Ushidamiya. Amazing. I mean, they could still have Nanjo estimate the time of death. Yeah. So they can figure out who potentially killed these people, even though it's definitely was magic and no one murdered them at all, actually. But anyway, that is going to be it for Umineko. I'm going to go offline for a few minutes to set up for Genshin Impact. I'll let you know if there is an update. I don't know if there was an update. There probably was, because that's how it is every time I play Genshin. But yeah, I will be back. So if you see me go offline, and you see I haven't come back for a few minutes, it's because I'm setting up with my capture card. Because my capture card is very finicky. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Maybe like half an hour or less if I'm lucky. See you guys in a bit.